So the WBC jerked Terence Crawford, stripped him of his WBC title. They wanted this man to pay $300,000. I think that's like 6% of his $50 million that he made facing Canelo. Now my thing is, why the abrupt decision to strip this man? You know, he just fought Canelo. There's nothing really going on. But I know what it is. It's because the sanctioned bodies want their money. They want the Wu-Tang cream, cha-ching-ching, dollar bill, y'all. Now for Terence Crawford, I don't think, like, he's bothered by it because he was going off on Twitter, right? But at the same time, this is how you force somebody to just go ahead and retire and walk away from the sport. He still has 3 other belts. But it makes me wonder, right? When I sit back and look at this and timeline it, Crawford did say, his friend went on record and said that Crawford, for him to return to rematch Canelo, he wants $100 million. Now, Turkey al-Sheikh, when Turkey's in the house, every day is Thanksgiving. He did Crawford a solid by allowing Crawford to fight Canelo and give him the money he gave him, $50 to $75 million. So if Turkey al-Sheikh wants Crawford to rematch Canelo, when he never had to pay him that money and put him in that position, that shit they did with Crawford and Canelo, that was some freak show shit. That's not how boxing's supposed to work. So I do think, this is me just thinking outside the box. I could be wrong. I think Turkey al-Sheikh wants some loyalty. And like, hey, I did you a favor, now do me a favor. I'm still gonna pay you good money, but this $100 million, nah. Let's not take it to the stupid. And I think Crawford was just like, well, it's what I want. And he may have gotten a little bit selfish. And let me tell you this. Maybe that's what spurred Crawford being stripped of that WBC strap. They said, okay, you're no longer going to be the undisputed. We're going to strip you of that strap, have Hamza Shiraz and Billy fight for it, or have somebody else of Canelo come back and fight for it, or we're going to, we're just going to have to face your mandatories. Let me tell you something. Terence Crawford against some of the mandatories at 168, them guys are problems. He knew what he was doing going up against Canelo. He knew Canelo was a little thicker than him, but Crawford was taller, had longer arms. Crawford knew that was a fight he could win. I'm just telling you, Crawford at 168, fighting them killers at 168, hard to go against Crawford, but it's hard to say that Crawford wins. So we're going to see what happens going forward now, because Crawford may just decide to retire. I mean, what else can the man do? He was supposed to go down, fight for undisputed at 160 if somebody could collect all the belts. Now, Alan Cannulli popped for Peds, so he and Laura ain't fighting. I don't know what they're doing with those belts that Alan Cannulli has. They need to strip him of those belts. They may take those belts now and put them up for somebody else to fight. So Crawford, his hopes of becoming a 4-time undisputed champion at 160, right now it looks like that shit is getting further and further away from him. And could it all be that the secret society is working a kind of way to prevent Crawford from accomplishing one of his final goals? All because he wanted too much money. Hey, I could be wrong, but you know what? I don't care. It's just a conversation. But one thing that I'm not wrong about is the WBC stripped him of that goddamn belt at 168, and because they wanted $300,000. I don't know. You think Crawford should have paid him so he could remain undisputed, or you think he shouldn't have paid him? That's my question.